Hi, everybody, and welcome to this second episode of the Stocks Masterclass. I believe you enjoyed the first episode that I shared. And just a recap on the first episode, we discussed or we demystified what is a stock. And also, we were able to see examples of how you can be able to make money in the stocks market, as well as how the company benefits when we buy and sell stocks. So, this is the second episode, and welcome. Today's topic, we are going to take it a little bit deeper, and we shall be discussing the stock exchange, right? That is, we are going to look at some of the examples of the stock exchange. And why the stock exchange? Because when you're talking about the stock exchange, this is where now these companies are listed publicly, right? So, and maybe probably to start us off, maybe probably you've ever heard of someone says that Apple is listed in NASDAQ. Maybe probably Coca-Cola is listed on the NYSE. That is the New York Stock Exchange. Or maybe probably someone saying that they bought shares on the London Stock Exchange, right? Or probably Safaricom is listed on the Nairobi Stock Exchange, or Family Bank has already been listed on the Nairobi Stock Exchange. Okay, so and maybe probably having had those sentiments, you wondered what exactly is a stock exchange, and this is what we shall be dealing with today. My name is Timothy Carrier, research and market analyst, and I welcome you to this particular episode. I believe you'll gain some value from it. All right. So, what is a stock exchange? And you realize that investors usually ask themselves also if they can be able to use different stock exchanges, right? So maybe probably if you're investing in the London Stock Exchange, can you be able to invest in the New York Stock Exchange? Okay, so that's all what we shall be demystifying in this particular webinar today, right? So what is a stock exchange? And let me start from the very basics understanding of what a stock exchange is. So when you're talking about a stock exchange, it is a marketplace where investors buy and sell shares of publicly traded companies. All right, remember these are publicly traded companies. So think of it like a supermarket. Instead of buying food, clothes, or electronics, investors buy and sell ownership in companies. So stock exchange bring together the buyers, the sellers, the brokers, also the investors and listed companies. All right. So without the stock exchange, buying and selling of shares would be extremely difficult. So with that said, therefore it makes sense if I say that stock exchange provide transparency, they provide liquidity, they provide regulation, and also fair pricing. Okay, so they ensure that investors can easily trade shares whenever markets are open, right? So, and maybe probably the next question you might be asking yourself is this: why do companies list on a stock exchange? Companies list their shares on a stock exchange basically to raise money. So imagine a growing company that wants to open new offices, that want to expand internationally, that wants to develop new products, or maybe probably hire new employees. So it needs capital. And one way to raise that capital is by selling shares to investors. So this process of selling shares to investors is called an initial public offering, or what we call an IPO, right? So once a company goes public, its shares become available for trading on a stock exchange, right? So investors now, they gain ownership opportunities while companies gain access to funding, right? So that is the reason why companies list on a stock exchange. Okay. So then the other key thing that you need to understand is I'll be mentioning just a few examples of different stock exchanges that we have globally, and I will start with the New York Stock Exchange, which is also abbreviated as NYSE, right? NYSE. New York Stock Exchange. So this is the world famous stock exchange. It's the world famous stock exchange, and the New York Stock Exchange is located in the Wall Street in New York City. It's located in the Wall Street in New York City, and it is one of the largest and old stock exchanges in the world. It has especially majority of well-established companies which are listed in the New York Stock Exchanges. For instance, the Coca-Cola Company, Walmart, McDonald Corporation, that is also the Boeing Company. So they are all listed. Those major well-established companies, they are listed in the New York Stock Exchange. So it is often associated with the large, mature, and blue chips companies. We shall be talking about blue chips companies, maybe probably in another episode in terms of classification of companies, right? All stocks, okay? So, but traditionally, the New York Stock Exchange is basically used as a trading floor where traders execute transactions in person. But today, most of the transactions are electronic, although the iconic trading floor in the New York Stock Exchange still exists even up to date. So, think of the New York Stock Exchange as the home of many world's biggest and most established companies, especially those located in the US. Okay, so the second famous exchange is the NASDAQ, the stock exchange. The famous second stock exchange is the NASDAQ. So NASDAQ is famous for technology stocks, mostly for the technology stocks. And the reason why we have a NASDAQ 100, which is an index that tracks 100 companies, mostly in the technology sector. Okay, so but NASDAQ, right? So unlike the New York Stock Exchange, the NASDAQ exchange, this was basically designed as an electronic exchange from the beginning. So there is no floor trading that takes place there, right? And many of the world leading technology companies, they trade in the NASDAQ, which include Apple, Microsoft Corporation, Nvidia, Amazon, Alphabet, Meta, all those, the Magnificent Seven, they're actually found in, traded in the NASDAQ Stock Exchange. So NASDAQ Stock Exchange is often viewed as a growth-oriented exchange because many innovations or many innovative and fast-growing companies are listed in that particular stock exchange. So what am I saying? If New York Stock Exchange is known for stability and tradition, therefore we can say that NASDAQ is often associated with innovation and technology, right? So the third famous stock exchange is what we call the London Stock Exchange, LSE, right? So, and the LSE is one of the Europe's most important financial markets. It serves investors from around the world and hosts companies offering, not really offering, but operating in banking, mining, energy, consumer goods, and also telecommunication. Okay, remember there is the classification of stocks also in terms of sectors. We shall be doing that particular masterclass so that you can be able to understand that. Okay, so some of the major companies associated with the London Stock Exchange include the HSBC holding. We have a BP and also Unilever PLC, right? So just giving you but a few examples. So the London Stock Exchange, this plays a critical role in connecting global investors with business across Europe, Africa, Asia, and the Middle East, right? And now let's come closer home, right? And you know what I'm talking about, the Nairobi Stock Exchange, the NSE. This is found in our country, right? So the Nairobi Stock Exchange is the Kenya's primary stock exchange. It provides Kenyan investors with access to local companies and investment opportunities, right, here in our country locally. Okay, so some of the well-known listed companies in Nairobi Stock Exchange include Safaricom, KCB Group, Equity Group Holdings. We have East African Breweries, and we also have a Family Bank, which was listed recently, right? Just to name but a few. So the NSE basically what it does is that it allows Kenyan investors to participate in growth of local businesses and the broader economy, right? So for many beginners in Kenya, the NSE is often the first stock exchange they encounter. And always, as they always say, charity begins at home. So if you are starting investing in the stock exchange, begin home as you grow now to start investing the offshore, right? So now I'll pose this question to you. Or maybe probably, like I said in the beginning, you might be having this kind of a question. Can you invest in multiple stock exchanges? All right. So I'm just posting so that you can put the answer in the comments. Can you invest in multiple stock exchanges? Do you think it's possible or it's not possible? Right. The answer is yes. Okay. So today, many brokers, they provide access to global markets. This means investors can be able to own shares from the United States, United Kingdom, Europe, Asia, Africa, globally, all around the globe. Okay. For example, an investor in Kenya can potentially own shares in Apple, Microsoft, Safaricom, HSBC, right? Name them, and you become a shareholder. If they pay dividends, you'll be paid dividends, all right? So all within the same investment portfolio, all right? So this global access has transformed investing opportunities for ordinary investors, okay? So just a recap of what you have learned about the stock exchange. We have said a stock exchange is a marketplace where shares are bought and sold, and companies are listed on the stock exchange, basically to be able to raise capital. We have seen the different examples, a few examples of the stock exchange. The New York Stock Exchange, which is the largest and and it has established companies. NASDAQ is, we have seen, it's the home for the technology companies. Also, we have talked about the LSE, that is the London Stock Exchange, which is a major international financial hub. And also we have looked at the Nairobi Stock Exchange, which provides Kenyans with access to listed companies here locally. So understanding the stock exchanges is actually one of the first steps towards becoming a confident investor, right? So if you enjoyed this particular masterclass, right? If you enjoyed this particular masterclass, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and also comment, right? So that I can know maybe probably what you're interested to learn when it pertains to the stocks market, right? So before I end, of course, I leave you with a challenge. Which stock exchange would you most like to invest in and why? Which stock exchange would you most like to invest in and why? Thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next masterclass.